On August 25, 1968, something extraordinary was said to have occurred near Riga, Latvia, at the Skulte military airfield. This event would eventually become one of the more persistent and debated UFO stories to emerge from the Soviet era. What makes this incident especially intriguing is not only the reported sighting itself, but also the photographic documentation that allegedly exists and the strange circumstances surrounding its disappearance. At the center of it all is a mysterious, triangular-shaped object filmed in the skies above the airfield. For decades, the photograph of this unidentified object has been shared and analyzed, triggering widespread debate, skepticism, and belief. The man credited with capturing the now famous footage was Zigords Dudins, a cameraman from the Riga film studio. On that particular day, Dudins was dispatched to the Skulte airfield to record footage of a routine military aircraft for a documentary that would later be edited in Moscow. The skies were clear and the equipment functioned as expected. But what started as a standard assignment soon turned into a remarkable and unexplained encounter. As Dudins was preparing his equipment, a sudden commotion broke out. Someone said, "Look, he's here again," a remark that suggests the object had been seen before. Looking up, both Dudins and military personnel saw what appeared to be a massive triangular or pyramidal object hovering silently in the sky above the base. Unlike earlier exaggerated retellings, which claimed panic and malfunctioning aircraft, Dudins later clarified that no one ran, there was no chaos, and the equipment continued to operate normally. Seizing the opportunity, Dudins used what remained of his film reel, about 10 meters, equivalent to just over 20 seconds of footage, to capture the unusual object in the sky. The film was later taken to the Riga film studio for development. However, the moment the footage was processed, things took a suspicious turn. Representatives from the KGB and a Central Committee official named A. Voss reportedly arrived at the studio and seized the film from the development room. The original negatives, including the footage of the UFO, were never officially returned. Before the authorities arrived, however, something unusual happened. A lab worker at the studio, aware of the significance of what had just been captured, reportedly made a duplicate of the footage. This copy, referred to as the positive, was later split into several individual frames and distributed among studio employees as personal keepsakes. Some of these slides were confiscated during lunch hours on the very same day, seemingly by unknown individuals, but not all of them were retrieved. A few may have survived in private collections. Eventually, the positive copy was handed over to the Riga Film Studio's archive, where it was confirmed to exist by Genrikh Lepeshko, a former director of the studio. However, sometime in the mid-1980s, this copy mysteriously vanished. Successive directors later claimed they had never seen or even heard of the film's presence in the archive. Adding further confusion to the story, researcher S. Boyev is said to have accessed the archive with high-level support from Moscow and allegedly obtained the original film, 2 positives and a negative. He is even said to have enlisted a corresponding member of the USSR Academy of Sciences, V.S. Troitsky, to study the footage. While some details, such as the reported 300-meter size and 20-kilometer flight altitude, are said to come from their analysis, the lack of surviving documentation and the dubious source make it difficult to accept these claims as definitive. Over time, the original story became warped. False names were inserted, details were fabricated, and the narrative began to reflect the tropes common in modern UFO research. The cameraman's name was changed, the date altered, and fictional equipment failures were added. At one point, the object's shape even evolved with popular trends, from circular to triangular to pyramid-like. The story was further sensationalized by writers and TV personalities looking to capitalize on public fascination with the unknown. Researcher Vitaly Leonidovich Pravdivtsev, writing under a pseudonym, played a major role in popularizing the distorted version of the incident in his book series. Later media adaptations, including those by TV host Igor Prokopenko, continued to embellish the event, suggesting extended footage and a government cover-up far more elaborate than anything reported at the time. Yet, beneath the layers of fiction and retelling, the core of the story remains intriguing. A cameraman with no apparent agenda filmed a strange object over a military airfield. The military personnel on site acknowledged its presence, though it was not detected on radar. An attempt to launch an interceptor failed to make contact with the object, which had vanished by the time the aircraft was airborne. Shortly after, government agents arrived to seize the footage. While this may not amount to conclusive evidence of extraterrestrial activity, it certainly does suggest something unusual occurred, something that warranted immediate attention and suppression by the authorities. To this day, no one knows what the object was, where the original film is, or whether any intact copies still exist. The photograph that continues to circulate, showing a triangular object in the sky, could be one of the surviving slides from the original footage. It has become an artifact, not only of the event itself, but also of the tangled history surrounding it. Whether a genuine anomaly or a case of misidentification, the mystery of the Riga UFO lingers. The story of the Skulte airfield sighting is a powerful reminder of how quickly facts can become distorted in the absence of transparency. It is also a cautionary tale about how easily evidence can be lost, buried, or manipulated. Yet, perhaps most importantly, it shows the lasting impact that a single moment, captured on just a few seconds of film, can have on the imagination of the public, even decades later. Whatever the truth behind the triangular object above Riga, it remains a compelling part of UFO history and a symbol of unanswered questions in a world where mystery still finds a way to endure. The pyramids located in Egypt have consistently been the subject of countless ideas and theories. Since their first discovery, scientists and scholars have made ongoing efforts to unravel the mysterious nature of their construction. Recently, there has been a disclosure of KGB files holding fascinating information about a celestial being that was recovered from inside the Great Pyramid. Dr. Viktor Ivanovich, a science advisor for an advanced propulsion system, has uncovered significant information concerning a secretive project. Dr. Ivanovich revealed that the KGB deployed covert operatives within the Egyptian government. These operatives recorded phone conversations related to the renowned pyramids with the intention of conducting surveillance. The freshly disclosed files provide insight into a fascinating event in history, indicating an exceptional correlation between a divine entity and the ancient Egyptians. Dr. Viktor Ivanovich, renowned for his profound knowledge in cutting-edge propulsion systems, revealed extraordinary revelations on the clandestine operation. In 1960, Dr. Ivanovich made a key discovery involving Sami Sharif, the Egyptian Minister of Presidential Affairs. A fascinating Egyptian tape recording was extensively featured during the airing of the television series Secret KGB Files. This intriguing recording, originating from July 24, 1961, was presented during the show, providing valuable insights into a significant historical event. The individuals involved in the mission reportedly encountered a well-preserved ancient extraterrestrial in 1961. The objective of the project involved the participation of numerous Egyptologists from the Soviet Academy of Sciences, as well as scientists and military professionals. Sami Sharaf, a trusted associate of President Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, commanded the squad. The initial mention of this remarkable narrative occurred during the mission in the video, which was later described as a covert Russian expedition conducted in Egypt in 1961. The objective of the mission was to reveal the tomb of the visitor. The documentary, titled The Secret KGB Files, was initially presented to the public in 1998 by the United States. The documentary states that there is a film that provides evidence of a segment of the classified mission. The film depicting the covert operation was released by a Russian intermediary who asserts to have acquired it from the classified archives of the KGB. The video, presented in black and white, depicts Soviet workers retrieving what seems to be a mummified alien from a sarcophagus found in a tomb on the Giza Plateau. Forensic specialists, as reported by the news channel who hosted the video, have verified the video's veracity. They claim to have acquired the film from Russian insiders and assert that it originates from the vaults of the KGB. Testimonies from senior officials appear to support the claim that the sarcophagus, retrieved by Russian military forces, indeed held the remains of an extraterrestrial entity. Dr. Ivanovich provides his expertise as an astrophysicist and neurologist, and discloses that the presence of this mysterious being originated from the celestial realm and shared their exceptional wisdom and knowledge with the people of Earth before eventually leaving. In addition, Dr. Ivanovich reveals a surprising revelation that one of these celestial beings actually passed away on our planet. In order to pay tribute to and safeguard the remembrance of this divine being, a hidden tomb of the highest level of confidentiality was covertly built inside the majestic pyramid. Remarkably, senior Egyptian officials recently revealed this astonishing fact during a private telephone discussion. Since then, several researchers have endeavored to find the exact location of the hidden burial chamber. Reports indicate that Egyptian authorities, in collaboration with officials from many nations, have effectively retrieved the creature from the pyramid and securely stored it in a heavily fortified location. Over the past several years, there has been a surge in reports linking unidentified flying objects to the Navy. In 2007, the Department of Defense initiated the establishment of an exhaustive UFO research program. This program was specifically designed to collect crucial information regarding these enigmatic aerial phenomena, examining their origins and technological capabilities. The undertaking, known as the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, garnered substantial funding of $22 million and assembled a dedicated team of military intelligence officials, researchers, and individuals with the highest levels of security clearance. Its primary mission was to ascertain whether these unidentified flying objects posed any potential threats to national security. Promptly, this dedicated team collated an extensive array of bizarre sighting reports, reported by pilots from various corners of the country. These reports were accompanied by supporting data such as corroborating camera footage and radar information. Their diligent efforts aimed to correlate these sightings with known international aircraft signatures, seeking to shed light on the nature and identities of these inexplicable objects. The depth of research conducted within this program was remarkable. With a comprehensive approach, the team delved into a meticulous analysis of each sighting and associated data, endeavoring to uncover profound insights surrounding these enigmatic phenomena. Their quest for understanding encompassed a wide range of aspects, including the potential implications for national security. This comprehensive compilation and analysis of UFO sightings by the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program exemplifies their commitment to enrich their understanding of these phenomena. By expanding their investigation efforts and examining multiple dimensions, they aimed to amplify our comprehension of the mysterious and often perplexing sightings reported by credible witnesses. After thoroughly analyzing the gathered data and compiling it, it quickly became apparent that our expectations of finding clear explanations for these mysterious crafts and their origins would not be met. Surprisingly, a substantial number of esteemed researchers involved in the program were convinced that these unidentified flying objects and their corresponding crafts did not originate from Earth. Moreover, these enigmatic objects exhibited behavior and capabilities that defied any rational explanation. This extraordinary revelation may be the Department of Defense's closest acknowledgement of the plausibility of extraterrestrial crafts without directly stating it. Such an unprecedented stance by the department signifies the gravity of these sightings and the colossal mystery that surrounds them. Interestingly, it has come to light that the United States Navy has recently made a surprising claim regarding its ownership of patents for peculiar and unconventional technologies. Based on these patents, the United States Navy is presently engaged in the development of a compact fusion reactor, which holds the potential to provide energy to entire cities. However, it is a specific innovation that has captured widespread interest. The Navy has revealed plans for an inertial mass reduction and a hybrid aerospace underwater craft. The concept of inertial mass reduction implies a groundbreaking advancement in propulsion technology, aiming to reduce the inertial mass of an object to achieve enhanced maneuverability and speed. These groundbreaking patents have gained the moniker of the UFO patents, capturing the attention and curiosity of many. The initial report of these patents was first published by the War Zone, a reliable source known for its insightful coverage. They even managed to uncover the identity of the mastermind behind these patents, Dr. Salvatore Cesar Paes, a brilliant scientist who has contributed his expertise to both the Navy and the Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division. Delving deeper into the subject matter, Dr. Paes expounds on the concept behind these patents, stating, "The underlying principle revolves around the controlled movement of electrically charged particles through the use of accelerated vibrations and/or rapid acceleration transients applied to rotational motion. This, in turn, leads to the generation of remarkably potent electromagnetic fields with exorbitant levels of energy and intensity. The comprehensive nature of these patents is truly awe-inspiring, offering a detailed and extensive exploration of electromagnetics and its potential applications. One particular aspect of the patents has garnered considerable attention from UFO researchers: the concept of developing a novel propulsion system capable of propelling a vessel underwater at extraordinary velocities. While some individuals express skepticism about the feasibility of such ideas, asserting that our current technological capabilities fall short of their realization, others claim that the Navy already possesses this advanced technology, which they refer to as USOs, namely unidentified submerged objects. While the general public is familiar with unidentified flying objects, not everyone may be aware of the existence of unidentified submerged objects. These are unidentified flying objects, spotted both within and in proximity to oceans, with certain individuals even asserting that they have witnessed these crafts submerging beneath the water's surface without causing a disturbance. Notably, these sightings are not limited to amateur observers alone, as military personnel have also reported witnessing large UFOs silently descending into the depths and remaining submerged for several hours. The accumulation of such reports has led some to speculate about the possible existence of subaquatic bases utilized by these crafts, suggesting the involvement of a broader and more complex phenomenon. USOs are described as bearing a striking resemblance to regular UFOs, prompting questions regarding their potential distinctions or the potential for conventional UFOs to operate covertly underwater. According to another individual, it is believed that the technology in question already exists and is being gradually introduced to the general public. The idea behind this approach is that the developers are aware of the growing skepticism and the increased quest for uncovering the truth. Consequently, they have decided to abandon secrecy. This viewpoint suggests that the technology in question is no longer a concealed secret, but rather a gradually emerging reality known to a wider audience. Interestingly, there is another piece of information that has garnered significant attention in recent times. In a surprising revelation by Chaim Eshed, a former chief of Israel's space security, it has been asserted that both the United States and Israeli governments have been engaged in communication with an extraordinary entity known as the Galactic Federation, consisting of beings from other planets. This revelation, although startling, provides a captivating glimpse into the realm of extraterrestrial encounters and government involvement. The moment the post was shared online, it quickly gained widespread attention, triggering a wave of amusement and ridicule towards the claims made. However, there were also those who saw this as confirmation of what they have long asserted, that governments possess knowledge of extraterrestrial beings and have maintained contact with them over an extended period. On the other hand, some individuals responded to the news with excitement, viewing it as a deliberate test to gauge public reaction and assess whether panic would ensue. Renowned Israeli Space Security Program Chief Chaim Eshed recently made startling revelations to Israeli newspapers, claiming that high-ranking officials from the United States and other nations have established communication with extraterrestrial beings. These ongoing interactions, according to Eshed, involve none other than members of the enigmatic Galactic Federation. Eshed's credibility cannot be undermined, as he dedicated almost 3 decades of his life to leading Israel's space security program. Expanding further, Eshed elaborated on the existence of a profound connection between our planet's highest authorities and the extraterrestrial realm. Astoundingly, he revealed that these interstellar encounters have led to agreements and collaborative efforts to delve into the mysteries of the cosmos, specifically regarding the fabric of the universe. Delving into the details, it becomes evident that the Galactic Federation, an enigmatic coalition of advanced civilizations from across the cosmos, has engaged in dialogues with influential figures on Earth. These discussions revolve around conducting extensive research and acquiring knowledge pertaining to the fundamental nature of the universe. Interestingly, Eshed asserts that the former President of the United States, who held office as the 45th President, was on the brink of publicly disclosing classified information pertaining to extraterrestrial beings. Eshed goes further to suggest that the president believed it was imperative for the public to be aware of the reality behind these occurrences. However, according to Eshed's account, the president became aware that divulging this information was prevented by extraterrestrial entities themselves. The rationale behind their intervention, as presented by Eshed, is that revealing the existence of aliens to the general public would result in widespread panic and chaos. This revelation implies that the president's intention to disclose the truth was met with an unsettling opposition from these extraterrestrial entities. Eshed expressed his disagreement with the aforementioned statements, firmly asserting his belief that it is imperative for the world to be acquainted with the truth regarding current events. Renowned in his field, Eshed emphasized the significance of his words, urging others to regard them with gravity. He further asserted, "Had I voiced these views 5 years ago, I would have faced institutionalization. However, the current discourse has shifted, reflecting a changing mindset. With my accomplishments and accolades, including respected positions in foreign universities, I am undeterred by potential backlash." Eshed's assertions bear weight, as his expertise spans various academic institutions globally where similar paradigm shifts are emerging. Through his candid remarks, Eshed alluded to a progressive movement that is gaining momentum and transcending borders. It is truly intriguing to witness a significant number of officials stepping forward over the past few years to engage in discussions regarding unidentified flying objects, shedding light on the fact that government authorities have been aware of their existence for quite some time. This influx of testimonies has not only caught the attention of skeptics, but also compelled them to re-evaluate their stance on this matter, causing a shift towards a more serious consideration of the subject.